Hi, guys, good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I am going to be sharing with you a theory I have about one of the characters in the upcoming Avatar franchise, specifically Colonel Miles Quaritch, played by the great actor Stephen Lang. Now, before I get into this video, I just want to warn everybody that I will be discussing spoilers from the first Avatar film, which has been out for about 10 years now, so if you haven't seen it, shame on you. Also, what I'm about to discuss here is just strictly my own personal theory and beliefs. None of this, what I'm about to say, has been confirmed except for the casting of the actress Heidi Falco. That's the only thing that's official. Other than that, everything else I'm about to discuss is my own personal theory and beliefs. I have no information confirming anything that I'm about to say here, but however, I feel like I should warn you, there could lie potential spoilers ahead. Again, I say potential spoilers because I'm not psychic. I can't read James Cameron's mind, unfortunately. But I might accidentally correctly guess the outcome of the fate of the character Quaritch in the Avatar sequels moving forward. So again, this is just my own personal fan theory. I have no way of knowing if anything I'm about to say is going to happen or not, but I might be correct, but I might be wrong as well. So I say watch at your own risk and just be warned that there may be potential, only potential spoilers ahead. So just throwing that out there for the record. Okay, so basically, with the recent news that came about last month, or at least a few weeks ago, Sopranos actress Heidi Falco has been cast as the character General Ardmore, who will oversee RDA's interests in the upcoming Avatar sequels. Basically, it sounds like she is taking the role that Colonel Miles Quaritch had in the first film, which was like he was in charge of all of the security forces. He oversaw his mission to the very end, or at least to the best of his ability. He had little regard for the Na'vi or for the wildlife of Pandora, and this woman will probably have the same little to no regard and will only care about seeing the mission is completed, which means the depletion of Pandora from the sound of it. So because this actress has been cast in this particular role, the role which I'm assuming is taking over the role that Quaritch had in the first film, is because Quaritch is indeed, it's official, he is indeed returning for all 4 Avatar sequels. James Cameron has said that he will be one of the main antagonists in the film. And how exactly he's going to come back, I'm not sure. I personally believe cybernetics will be involved. I don't know if that's the right term to describe someone as a cyborg. I just believe that, they're going to do something to get the venom or the poison from Neytiri's arrow out of his system, resuscitate him, and maybe replace some of his limbs with artificial ones where he'll become like half machine, half human, which would be very fitting for a James Cameron film because the guy has done that many times. Although maybe he doesn't become a cyborg, but obviously he's resurrected in some way. And it led me to a theory that I am now going to share with you. What if Quaritch becomes an anti-hero? Not necessarily a full-blown bad guy, but not necessarily an entirely evil, cunning bastard like he was in the first film. Like, one of the reasons why I suspect this is because what if Heidi Falco's character, this General Ardmore, is going to be our primary antagonist, and she's going to try to hunt down Jake, Neytiri, and the rest of the Na'vi, who will most likely interfere with their plans for depleting Pandora of all its natural resources. And what if Quaritch serves as a secondary villain? And what if Quaritch becomes like looked down upon, or he's more disregarded or disrespected by the other members of the RDA or the other humans? Like, what if the other officers, the other soldiers look down on him or disregard him because he's different now? He's different in a sense that he's resurrected. He's not really his former self. Maybe he's not entirely human. Maybe he's because he's part cyborg, or there's something about him that doesn't scream, yeah, I'm a full-blown human. So, and another thing that led me to believe this theory is that Stephen Lang himself has revealed in recent interviews that that he has learned he shared some details about his character. One of those details is that there are going to be unintentional side effects or influences of Pandora on Quaritch, which means the power of this world, the natural or magical power of this planet, is going to have weird side effects on him. I think things that will probably leave him or questioning his role in what's to come, or like what he's even doing back on Pandora, why he's on Pandora. Is he fighting on the right side, or should he be fighting with Jake and Neytiri and the rest of the Na'vi? So what if he starts out as a bad guy, kind of like his usual scumbag self in the second Avatar film, but over the course of the other three films, Avatar 3 through 5, what if we see him slowly transition from full-blown villain to supporting anti-hero? Like, he doesn't necessarily side with Jake and the Na'vi, because Jake, Neytiri, and the Na'vi are probably not going to be exactly open to welcoming him on their side, because he's the guy who destroyed Home Tree. He and his men almost destroyed the Tree of Souls. Jake, Neytiri, and the Na'vi are not going to be forgetting or forgiving that anytime soon. So what if Quaritch starts out as a bad guy simply because the world of Pandora is doing something to him that makes him question himself or their mission, or like makes him ask himself, who am I now? What am I really doing here? What is happening to me? Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling this? And I think what else might steer him in the anti-hero direction is that he may be disrespected and disregarded by Ivy Falco's character and the other human characters who won't treat him with respect or regard like he had in the first film, because he simply won't look human enough. Whether he's a cyborg or he looks like something else, but there will be something about him that will make them that will probably make the other humans not take him as seriously or listen to him like they used to, because he won't look human. He won't command the same respect and authority like he did in the first film. And what if the spirit of Awa starts speaking to him, and it completely freaks him out and it scares him for the first time in his life? It scares him, and he has no idea who or what is talking to him. But what if he starts to listen? And like maybe in the final, and maybe in the Avatar 4 or Avatar 5, maybe we'll see what becomes of him. Will he remain as our leading antagonist and he's out to destroy Jake and the Na'vi? Or will he become some sort of weird ally who helps them and they don't realize it, and he does his own stuff trying to thwart the efforts of the RDA and the humans without Jake and the rest of the Na'vi knowing about it? So who knows what can happen? I just think it's a fun idea to throw around. I mean, he was a great bad guy in the first film, but it could also be interesting in terms of a character arc of becoming an anti-hero. So what do you guys think of this theory? Do you see Miles Quaritch being the main villain for the forthcoming Avatar sequels, or do you see him becoming more of an anti-hero throughout this franchise? I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this matter down below in the comments section. I always encourage people to leave their opinions. Thank you so much for watching. Avatar 2 is set to come out in theaters December 18th, 2020. No official title as of yet, but believe me, when it's unveiled, I will be sure to let you guys know. Have a wonderful rest of your night and weekend if I don't see you. Thank you again so much for watching, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.